Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. We all recognise that this is a difficult issue for many and that there are strongly held views on all sides of this debate. But one of the reasons why this House stood up for the human rights of all women in the United Kingdom was just because it was too difficult didn't mean that their rights should be denied. And devolution does not absolve us of our responsibility to uphold the human rights of every UK citizen. And I respect the argument that the Minister is making, as does my daughter, that the human rights are at the heart of all of this and that the role of the Assembly should be to come up with its alternative proposals if it does not like these regulations, because to not propose these regulations would mean further delay and possibly women making unsafe choices in Northern Ireland because there isn't clarity about what services are available to them. But I just want to press the Minister on something he said, because he recognises that travelling is not a sustainable option. Many women cannot travel, and indeed in the current crisis it's unacceptable. And when we talk about these cases, let us also talk about the case of Sarah Jane Hewitt, an incredibly brave woman who had to come forward, who had a fatal fetal abnormality. And at the moment, there is no provision to support anybody else in her tragic, horrific position in Northern Ireland. Now, the Minister says he wants to see the Department of Health in Northern Ireland providing these services. Can he tell us what his plan is, indeed, if the Northern Ireland Assembly continues to say that they will not commission these services? How do we ensure that we uphold the rights of CEDAW that we've said every woman in the United Kingdom is entitled to be covered by?
Well, the Honourable Lady makes an important point, and I recognise that along with thanking my former Secretary of State, I can probably thank her for the fact that I'm here answering this urgent question. But I do think that it's important that we should end the need to travel, and that is what these regulations properly implemented should do. She will recognise that that is not something that can necessarily be done instantly in terms of facilities, in terms of training, some of the issues that my right honourable friend, the former chair of the Select Committee, has raised. And we have recognised that in continuing to fund and support travel in the interim. However, as I've said, we will work with the Department of Health in Northern Ireland, provide them with the support that they need, and continue to engage with the relevant medical bodies to make sure that this process can be completed as quickly as possible. And I would join her in once again urging the Assembly to engage with this and support this actively in order to make sure that we have a set of measures in place that can really deliver for women and girls in Northern Ireland.